Hello, welcome back to our channel and come with us to
London! Yeah!
So we've just parked up at Flying Scot. We usually use them for our parking in Glasgow Airport because it's quite a good one. You get a free shuttle over. £40 for the 4 days, so that's not bad. £10 a day, pretty good price. Callum's sitting here like a wee statue in the corner. We're just going to go into the airport. We're going to find somewhere to have dinner, and we'll have a wee bit of chat then.
Well, hi. Hello. It's so nice to see you.
we're just in like
Beer
kind of
Mart?
Wetherspoons.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Wetherspoons type thing in Glasgow Airport.
So, long story short, we've decided to go on an impromptu, last minute, long weekend trip to London.
Yeah.
So,
Just a little something to do. We were we initially looked to go to Disneyland Paris, but then thought, nah, let's do something a little bit different. So we're going to go a couple of days. We're just going to go and enjoy ourselves and do a couple of fun activities. So we thought we'd, of course, bring you lovely lot along for the ride with us.
sorry, I'm just eating chips.
As am I.
So we've got a couple of fun things in the cards planned. So we're going to see Mean Girls the musical, and the best thing I think is the Warner Brothers Harry Potter studio film.
We're also going to eat loads of really good food
Yeah.
because we love food, and we're going to start off already with our lovely avocado and bacon burger with some onion rings, and Callum's got a bacon and cheeseburger, so we're going to enjoy that just now. Our flight's not for, we've got a couple of hours, so we're just going to chill in the airport and enjoy ourselves, maybe go for a wee walk, and that's really us.
So a first for us as well is we're flying British Airways. Our friend works for British Airways and got us a good deal on flights. So
Shout out to Clementine,
shout out to Clem.
she's amazing.
We're just waiting for our plane, which is like behind us there. Okay, so we're really excited because our friend Clem works for BA as cabin crew, and her boyfriend, our friend Sam, works as a pilot. So they were nice enough to get us essentially a free upgrade on this flight. So we were economy, but now we're in the, what's it called, Club Europe. And we're just excited because although it's a short flight, it comes with some free stuff. So we're going to have a wee bite to eat. We've got some dessert. You get a wee tea, coffee, hot chocolate, and then some drinks on the back. So you might treat yourself to like a wee champagne or a wine or something. How are you feeling?
This is very exciting. Obviously, we have all of these lovely things to look forward to, or all of these lovely things to look forward to. Yeah, I'm looking forward to just a nice, relaxing flight. It's a very comfortable plane. We're now going to have a safety briefing, so we'll see you in a bit.
Stuart has been left with a bottle of champagne because it's usually coming to refill his glass every 2 minutes. So we've made it to London Heathrow Airport, and we're just going to try and figure out
This is always a fun part.
which train we're supposed to be on.
Literally going anywhere is what exactly did it?
I think we're getting the Elizabeth line, but we'll figure it out.
I'm quite excited to do the Elizabeth line, mainly because it's one of the newer lines. I'm a sad act. I watch YouTube videos about stuff like the Elizabeth line, so I'm very excited. Elizabeth line.
What? I'm just following.
I'm just trying to work out where we're going.
We've been here before because we went from here to Victoria once. I've only been to London once before. I've only been to London once, and we went to see Wicked on our way to Disneyland Paris.
Okay, I think we should. Yeah, we should.
Yeah, it is. We are on our way to the hotel. It's a bit wet, so I can't really film very much, which is a shame. But we're walking through Chinatown. I'm so tempted to get many desserts in this area,
So proud to also get so much food right now, I'm not gonna lie.
but we need to check in because it's almost 10 o'clock. I have my hat on because it's raining. It's like 9:30, and yeah, we better go and check into our hotel. Thought you were never going to arrive. So we're at our hotel. I don't know if I mentioned, but we're staying at the Z Hotel if you're Scottish, or Z Hotel if you're English. But we've never stayed here. We came to London once before, stayed at the one Victoria, and we stayed at one in Glasgow a few times. It's quite a small place.
I mean, literally, if I take a step back, this is as far back in the room as I can get from Callum.
They've got a nice TV.
Yeah, it's lovely.
They've got a free membership scheme, so you get 10% off food and hotel stays. You can get like free upgrades and stuff. So we've stayed in a bunch of different types of rooms, but we knew it was going to be like a safe, kind of nice option. Sure, I can give you the tour, which will consist of that because it's
Yeah, so essentially where I'm stood is more or less the very side of the room. So that is the entire bed area with the TV. You got a wee coffee station. Over to the right is the bathroom area. So it's just a small side bathroom. You've got a toilet, you've got your shower. This is actually slightly better than other ones we've stayed in, just purely because the bathroom is completely separate from the rest of the room. You're not gonna stay here. Hello, here I am. You're not gonna stay here if you're the type of person that doesn't like this kind of idea and this kind of feel, I think. But it's a really lovely place.
essentially if you like your privacy, because the ones you stay in Glasgow, see this frosted glass.
That's basically
This
the whole
space
toilet.
is the bed, so it's the bed with a frosted pane,
And
and
that's
you either shower or go to the bathroom where people can see it outline. So don't stay in one of these with your mum.
Yeah, don't stay with family, that's what we'll say. So you get a free bottle of water, you get some nice wee condiments, you get milk, you get sugar, there's some hot chocolate, there's some it's like wee coffee bags as well, which is nice. And yeah, you've got obviously the TV included, so that's got all the apps on it and Smart View if you wanted to connect to your TV, and it's also got Sky on it, which is nice as well.
I think it was what, £320 for £320 for 3 nights in the middle of London, which is not bad. We're just out from Chinatown. Also, I have a hole in my shoe. Like how
Yeah, oh my gosh, his shoe, I don't know why he wore Converse. Look at Callum's shoe.
I didn't realise.
Oh
but
my
it was
gosh.
wet when I was walking. I was like, I must have a hole or something. So
This is obviously, we did do our DJI in Alton Towers. This is us on a DJI and we are using it full time.
yeah, we found
It has its pros, it has its
Parafone
cons.
before.
Yeah, it has its pros and it has its cons.
There isn't much storage here, but just use this wall.
Yeah, so there is the whole wall. If you do bring a suitcase or anything like that, there is this little bit of storage underneath the bed as well. And I mean, there's a little bit of storage here.
We're going to go for one of these chicken buns just to share. It's like a wee place called Val, which is okay. We're kind of hungry, but not like starving, just because we did eat on the plane and at the airport, but we don't want to go to bed having not eaten anything.
Oh my god.
Look at the steam come up, oh my god, that's huge.
Look at the size of it. And it is roasting hot. Hi.
Oh, so we just took a really quick jaunt outside to grab something quick to eat and something to drink. We did, what's that place called?
Balzi.
Yeah. We just got a chicken bun to share.
bun.
It's absolutely huge, and this was only £2.50. Yeah, it's huge. So we're going to split that. And then we went to Hey Sugar and got a passion fruit tea to share. So
No finger on the top.
it was fine. And we also went and got Skittles Sensations, a small Dr Pepper and a small Pepsi Max from a little convenience store. And it was like £12, but whatever.
I'm gonna give this a bite and give it a go. So here we go. My god. So, thank you very much. It's extremely thick.
It's very nice.
The flavour of it's lovely. I just didn't get much filling because of how thick the bao bun is.
I think I've got like bao bun in my teeth, but I think Stuart will be eating most of this.
It's a very...
It's a specific type of chicken, I'm just finding meat. It's really tasty, the outside is really thick. good value for money. It's absolutely massive. I think it's more Stuart's kind of thing. It's a lot of meat inside. I'm just
The sauce, or like what comes with the chicken, is really rich. It's actually kind of gravyish, which is interesting. I know that sounds really offensive, probably, but like it's like a really rich, like strong. Do you get passion fruit?
but because we didn't get boba, I wasn't expecting it to be a texture, but it's full of like actual like passion fruit and seeds. So you taste that. It's so nice. It's so good, isn't it? It's really fresh.
It's really strong, which I like. Like, yeah, that is awesome.
It's like 10 o'clock, so I think we're just going to call it a day there. Watch some TV, get a shower, have some food, like snacks. We just want to quickly touch on the flight, so we got some champagne, and the lady said, well, I've opened it now, no one else is drinking it, so I might as well leave the bottle here. So you might
She
have
just
seen,
abandoned the bottle with me.
you might have seen Stuart with a full
sat it
bottle of
with-
champagne. He didn't drink it all, we
I
gave
didn't.
it back.
No. We had another glass, I think, out of it, but we didn't drink all of it.
But it was our first time flying BA. It was really nice. I've always kind of thought short haul flights are kind of just standard and they are what they are. But I've got to say it was really nice. It was really comfortable. It was really clean inside. Everything was spotless. The cabin crew were lovely. So I'd definitely fly British Airways again.
If there's a possibility for us to fly over to Orlando, it would be a dream, because it was. We really enjoyed our TUI flight when we did Orlando before, but the standard of British Airways and what they kind of do is phenomenal.
Yeah, it was lovely. If you like what you've seen so far today, then please remember to like and subscribe. But we're probably going to continue this vlog from when we wake up tomorrow.
Please also leave us a comment, because we'd love to hear from you and hear what you're enjoying.
So for tonight, we'll just say goodbye and see you in a minute.
Goodbye. I'm gonna say this.
Good morning. We had a nice night's sleep, so that's us up. We are dressed, showered, lovely shower, lovely sleep.
So we're just going to go into this Wizard's Wonders. It's like a Harry Potter shop. It looks so fun and like well themed.
This is us just coming up to Trafalgar Square. The fountains are all on. I think the last time we came, the fountains and stuff weren't on. It's nice to see them up.
Like a lot of work getting done. Like Buckingham Palace, Big Ben, we're all kind of under.
Yeah, so it's nice to see it actually all done.
Last time we came,
Wow.
Christmas stalls were up there, remember?
Oh, I do remember actually it was a wee kind of row of Christmas stalls up the top.
Yeah, we're just going to be tourists and do the rounds. I should have brought my camera.
You should have brought your camera.
So first stop is Trafalgar Square. I did just try and film this. And everything I've filmed today so far accidentally get filmed in slow motion, so we'll see what happens with the footage that we already took this morning.
Well, what can you do?
But it's really pretty. So where's the next stop?
Leicester Square. There.
Partly the cinema centre.
Because this is like the place where you always see like the Odeon premieres and stuff like that, so it's fun to, considering the fact that we really love movies, it's fun to be in this kind of space.
Well, there's the Cineworld.
There's everything there.
And
I
then
didn't realise that there were
a
so
very
many
fancy
different
Odeon.
ones, because there's an Odeon there. That's the main one they do for premieres. Then behind Callum there's an Odeon. And then in front of them obviously there's that Cineworld, so there's a lot of cinema here.
It's very cute and bright. We walked by here at night time last night and it was very lit up. We found it on the Harry Potter shop. So we had to come in.
Of course we did.
little quill sets. It's not just Harry Potter though, it's kind of like movie memorabilia, so Stranger Things. They've got Hellfire Club hats.
There's loads of Stranger Things, Naruto, and like there's like Wednesday Addams stuff.
Lord of the Rings.
Look at them, they're amazing. Look at that. This is cute.
What is that, a diary?
Weasley's Wizard of Reeses.
I like that one.
It is a diary, but it's a journal. But I like the colour and stuff. Oh, imagine that at your front door. That's so cool.
Ocarina.
What?
That.
No, it's not an ocarina. It's an ornament for your Christmas tree.
Actually looks like them.
Snakehead ocarina.
You could play do, 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 do.
Very plastic, you don't feel like that.
Wee glasses case, that is actually quite cool.
Sorry?
Glasses cases, they're quite cool.
I like that one because it looks like the Howler. So continuing our Harry Potter themed morning, which we apparently seem to be having for some reason, we've just came along a couple of streets and we've ended up here, which is phenomenal looking.
This is something we really did want to see, but it's a two-part show and it would have been like £100 and odd each.
It's quite expensive, but for a two-part show, it's a fair price. I just think that you have to make it the thing you do in the weekend.
Yeah.
We're doing a lot of other things, so it doesn't fit in with what we're doing.
We do want to see
We
it.
will do it.
Oh, so there's a Z Hotel there. The Z Hotel there, they're everywhere. Crazy. What do you think? What's it
It's
called?
the fact that it just surrounds the entire of it. So it's Outernet in London.
It's like a kind of open air, as you can see, digital exhibit, but it's really cool.
It's
Jesus,
genuinely-
look at that. Look at the brightness. It's all over the ceiling. It's like,
It's genuinely just the fact that it's all around you.
yeah.
Like, it really feels like encompassing.
That sounds so, not to bring everything back to Disney, but it's very Mickey's Runaway Railway when you're in that room.
So that's who this one's by. For electric stream.
Very cool. And then through here is the butterfly one, or butterfly, which is what we came to see primarily. So we're going to go and have a look.
So this is the Butterfly Trail, which is also part of the Outernet experience.
Welcome to the Butterfly Trail. I am Professor Pellegrin, an explorer and naturalist. I have travelled the world searching for wonderful creatures and plants. This is my botanical workshop. Feel free to have a look around and learn more about my experiments. Keep an eye out for curious bugs and insects. For example, there are 2 pink beetles around here somewhere. They like to lay low. Can you find them and make sure they're all right?
So you scan, and then it seems like you kind of play.
Let's get myself a wee video.
It's very amazing, isn't it? So bright.
I think if you've got like kids and stuff, that is interactive things, but I won't do that. I'll just look. Now, we would love to see this, but we didn't plan far ahead in advance, so we don't want to pay like £150 for a ticket.
I love the obviously stiletto that is there. It's just amazing.
Yeah, it has Vanessa Williams in it as well, which obviously I would love to see her.
There she is.
I know this is turning into a bit of a sightseeing tour of buildings, but the Theatre Royal, Drury Lane is so pretty. Also, just seen a little flash off on that sign there saying Hercules, so this might be where that's going to be shown. Is that the right word? Shown?
Yeah.
stage. We've just popped into Covent Garden because you get a bit of shelter, but also we might find some food and entertainment by the looks of it. We're trying to avoid the sweets just now to get real food, but how nice.
Oh, the Florentine one in the corner looks so good.
This is the second Shake Shack we've seen, so it might be a sign that that's just where we need to go. So we've decided to escape the freezing cold and the rain and come to Pret and get a rolled sausage, juice, and then I've got a blueberry muffin and Stuart's got
A chocolate croissant. It looks delicious. And I got a looks like an omelette all-in-one breakfast kind of thing. So looking forward to having this.
It's just very wet and cold today, so we're just taking a bit of a break. We also just secured some rush tickets for Back to the Future for tonight. So today we've got Me and Girls and Back to the Future now. So we're just going to fill our time with sights. We'll film what we can, but I hope you're enjoying so far.
A little thing, by the way, I just thought we haven't actually updated you on Callum, because Callum has had a big change to himself since the last time that we did any kind of vlog. So Callum, what did you get done?
I've started my new tattoo sleeve. It's still healing, so it's a bit dry looking. But
So if you see an Instagram photo with a little bit of tattoo that looks a wee bit crusty, it's still in the healing
my
stage.
fingers are so cold.
Yeah. We're gonna go and eat our
We're gonna
breakfast
eat
now.
and then maybe stay here for a while because
We'll probably sit about because it's very wet. It is very, very wet and it's very cold. So we're just gonna have a nice chilled wee bit of
also,
time.
I've never been to Pret, so I only have my glasses, but I've just never.
Never had a Pret. I know, can you believe it?
Also, I thought they had sausage rolls.
Bye.
So we've made it down onto the River Thames and we're going to just walk along. As you can probably see in the distance up there is a lovely Big Ben. Callum is freezing. He's got a very skimpy, he's got a very skimpy jacket on.
So skimpy.
So he's very cold. But yeah, our aim is to walk all the way along to Big Ben down there. If not, walk. We might jump on the underground at some point on the way. But yeah, look at him chittering. It's very impressive.
So it's really pretty, isn't it? Like the gold all around it.
The last time that we seen Big Ben was still in scaffolding, so we didn't see any of the new gold and glory that's on there.
See the bit behind it? Like the little building, I don't know what that is, but that there. It's really nice as well.
That is gorgeous.
So I'm back in the hotel room. As you can see, I'm absolutely soaked through. Like my hair is soaked. It's not raining since we left this morning. And I have a hole in my shoe, so my shoe is completely soaked and so is my sock. So Stuart's been kind enough to jump to Primark and find me a pair of trainers. So we're back in the room. Well, I am. He'll be back soon, and we're just going to chill for maybe an hour and a half before we go and see Mean Girls. We didn't bother with Buckingham Palace because we've been before, and I mean it's just a building. It is pretty, but once you've seen it, you've seen it. So we've just kind of done the tours. We were more interested, to be honest, when we saw theatres with shows, like names and stuff of shows that we wanted to see. So yeah, it's been a good fun day. This camera doesn't do very well in the rain. It's not got much waterproofing, so we just don't want to risk getting it damaged. But we will show you what we get up to later on.
Good afternoon.
We are getting ourselves ready. Callum's just sorting himself out, and we're going to head out to the Savoy Theatre. We have a matinee showing of Mean Girls at 2:30, so we're going to go head along to there now. We don't know how much we'll get to show of the show.
That's a show.
Well, we won't show any of the show, obviously, but we don't know what we'll get to show of around the show or anything. But we'll show certainly the entranceway to the Savoy and bits like that we can. Callum, if I turn it round now that he's all sorted, he's got his lovely new shoes on there. Courtesy of me.
They're very hard.
Primark specials.
I'm thankful for you getting them, but they're very hard.
Primark specials, that's what they are. No, you shouldn't hairdry your jacket, honestly. This is what Callum brought to a very rainy weekend in London. And he wonders.
I'm not sure the hairdryer.
Oh my
Is
gosh.
it raining outside though?
Yes, probably.
It's probably not bad.
We're gonna go and we'll see you soon. So this is us. This is where we're heading into. So that's the Mean Girls sign, and this is the Savoy here. Oh my gosh, I'll go down. And inside that wee door to the right there is the Savoy Theatre. So that's where we're heading into. So this is us entering Mean Girls. Can't wait. Yay, it's so exciting. So that's us arrived at the theatre. We've gotten ourselves in, got ourselves a lovely glass of Prosecco. Cheers. And we also got ourselves a couple of little bits. I don't know if Callum's got both of them sitting about, but we got ourselves a programme. There's the programme. And Callum also got us a pin as well, because obviously we've collect pins, so we've got a pin board at home, so we've got a wee Mean Girls pin onto that.
It's lovely, there's loads of space.
Yeah, the place is absolutely amazing. There's
really cool.
nice seats and they're like patterns. They're very pink, so they fit the theme, which is cool.
Also, we got OJ, which is quite near the front.
Yeah, so I'll turn it around and I'll show you what it looks like. We can see enough of the stage that I think it'll be really good.
It was a really good deal as well. We got like a couple of isolated seats for like £30 each or something.
So, good value for money. Really look forward to the show. It should be good fun. Can't wait.
So we went straight from Mean Girls to Shake Shack. We kind of spotted it earlier, so I wanted to try it since we didn't get to in America. Just had a couple of burgers, chips.
They were delicious.
We didn't get a shake.
No, we didn't get a shake. But if you have been around the channel for a while, you know why that is. Callum's lactose intolerant, so no shakes for him tonight.
And we have a couple, another show to sit through, so
Yeah.
we're going to
not
go
a
and
good
find a
choice.
donut maybe somewhere and put some stuff back in the hotel. Shake Shack was good, nothing like I was expecting. It was a different kind of burger, it was really nice. It was like on a bread roll rather than like a burger bun.
It's like a potato roll. It was really, really good. Or maybe a Hawaiian roll actually. It was really delicious. We obviously have went and seen Mean Girls, and we have another show which we'll tell you about in a wee couple of minutes.
I've got to say, Mean Girls was absolutely fantastic. Like, I love the original movie.
Yeah.
I didn't love the musical movie,
The musical could have been better.
and having seen that live, the musical movie didn't do it justice. It was so good. It was really like feel good, and then the end was kind of, it was really nice. It was like enough to give you chills. So I loved it.
Always a fan of the Broadway musical, and obviously when it came to the West End I was really excited about that, and then when they did release the musical movie it did not live up to the hype for me, so I was really heartbroken by
Although
it.
there were some people that were great in it, but
Yeah, like I mean Regina Rapp, you can't really say
Renee
that
Rapp.
she wasn't Regina Rapp, I like that. Renee Rapp,
Renee George.
obviously. Renee George. Renee Rapp obviously was incredible in the movie, but other than that, the movie didn't live up to what the musical does. And I'm glad now that Callum's gotten to see it, that he also has the same opinion that I do, that they just didn't do it justice.
it was fantastic. I
But it was
absolutely loved
it was absolutely brilliant.
I would
All of the cast
highly
were really
recommend.
good. Yeah. You join us now in Mountain Warehouse.
Found a
Callum.
jacket that's actually waterproof and warm.
Yeah, Callum's jacket is not the choice for right now.
Also, did for the cruise that we're going in April.
Cool. So we're just having a look because they have a wee range of jackets in here, and they're all 70 or 60% off. So there's a couple of choices that you might want to choose from. We've got that as an option.
If you think it's ugly, don't tell me in the comments.
No, because what if you already bought it?
They offer people somewhat skinnier than me. I'm not a medium or a small.
It's a large, eh? Right, we think we have a contender. So what do you think, Cal?
I like it because you can do this. It does feel really tight here. Like, see that?
I don't know why this is what he chooses to do.
This version on adjusts it, as you can see. But I am on a diet, and I've lost 10 pounds so far.
So he'll lose more for Norway, and also it will keep him nice and warm for this weekend. So that's what really matters here.
I look like a fisherman.
Fisherman Joe over here.
So now for show number 2 tonight, Back to the Future.
So we're off to Back to the Future at the Adelphi Theatre. And I will say, outside of the building wise, it looks absolutely amazing.
So neither of us have a clue what to expect from this. It's going to be completely new music to us.
Yeah, brand new,
I know,
never seen it.
we've seen the movie, but obviously.
I think we've maybe seen like a clip of it on like the National Lottery thing that's on like Night of the Musicals, but that's really it. So we have absolutely no expectations. We love the movie, so it should be good. I can't wait. Very excited to see it. So that's us got to our seat, and we are going to see, if it wasn't obvious already, Back to the Future. What I will say is the stage already looks absolutely incredible for this.
That's a good vibe. How tall is the backdrop for the screen? That's cool.
Yeah, it's insane. The whole vibe of this whole bit is amazing, and like the whole entranceway and everything has been so cool. We again have got ourselves a nice little programme. We obviously can't film during the show or anything like that, but we're going to go enjoy ourselves, and we'll see you afterwards. Yeah, really excited. See you soon. Hey,
Hello.
welcome back to the hotel room. You're seeing a lot of us in here, but obviously with the kind of shows and things we went to see, we couldn't show you too much, but Back to the Future was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, that's us just back from an absolutely amazing night out. It was so fun. Like, I had zero expectations, I had no clue.
Neither of us had
I
any
know the
idea.
story of Back to the Future, but
Yeah.
it was like nothing I've ever seen, honestly. It was so amazing.
We've seen short clips of it on the kind of National Lottery Big Night of the Musical thing. The way that they do the lighting, the way that they do everything within it. It's incredible.
Like,
It's
see, the
definitely
finale,
worth
it was insane.
it. Yeah, so good.
And then
So good.
The
And
setup
then
of the theatre is amazing. From the moment you walk into the theatre,
it feels like you're in the movie, which is incredible. And I think, actually, to be honest, and I think it's the big shout out to the West End, is that happens with both. And when you go into all of the theatres, including Back to the Future, it feels like you're in them, which is really, really good. So we got our programmes, obviously, but we also bought ourselves a wee Mean Girls pin. I'll do that. Oh, look, Mean Girls pin. And we also got our Back to the Future programme as well, which is a lot bigger. And again, this is the best pin. I love this pin so much. We got a little DeLorean pin. How cute is that? And it was also upside down when we got it, but it's so cute. I love it.
I'd say like the key things that stood out to me was it's so funny,
Yeah.
but also see the people are so talented. They're so well cast, and just to say we got really lucky because we got to the end and everyone gave them a standing ovation because it was honestly so good. And then there was an announcement by the guy that plays Doc. I don't know what the guy's name is.
So Corey English is the guy that plays Doc.
He announced that it was the actor that's playing Marty McFly's last show, and it was his West End and just professional debut in general. So
Yeah.
we're quite lucky that we got to see that because honestly, it was so amazing.
So his name was Basco
in Maz. They actually said it was actually funny because they made a really good joke about the fact that none of them could pronounce his name from day one.
Yeah.
But he was fantastic, like absolutely fantastic actor, and we couldn't believe how much like
Michael J.
Fox. He sounded like literally, it was like you were watching Back to the Future on stage, which was incredible. The whole thing was amazing. It's been an awesome day. I've had so much fun.
That's not to take away from Mean Girls or Golf.
No, Mean Girls was absolutely incredible as well.
Now we got ourselves a Sainsbury's meal deal. Stuart got his first Easter egg of the year.
Yeah.
To eat in bed.
These are my favourite. I love a Maltesers Easter egg.
I think we were maybe going to make a single vlog for the full weekend, but that's not going to happen. So tomorrow we're going to go and see the Warner Brothers Harry Potter studio tour, which we cannot wait to do. We're massive fans of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So
we're
that's
also
going to be a separate vlog.
Yeah, we're also going to maybe go, we think we're going to try some of the markets.
Yeah, the Borough
It depends what we manage to get done, but we're aiming for the Borough Market. We did go to Covent Garden as well today, which was where we had the Shake Shack. That was absolutely lovely. So it's great seeing all of these little kind of places that are so iconic and these kind of landmark things that everyone talks about so much.
We hope you've enjoyed watching. Please like and subscribe. It would mean a lot. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers.
And of course, as always, say leave us a comment because we love
we
to
respond
hear
to them all.
So yeah.
Also, if you want, you can follow us on Instagram. We both have pages where, again, we like to chat to people, but we also like to follow other people's travel content, especially if it relates to Florida, Disney, Universal.
At Callum.McCallie, and I am the CB Knows.
That's Stu.Agram.
Indeed. So give us a follow.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.